yeah. It's your boy
Yeah,
DJ Voltron
yeah.
with Brother Sikkim. And yo, we
Agar,
live, you heard? We live.
yeah, yeah.
Bronx keeps creating it. Brooklyn keeps on
Brooklyn keeps
taking
on
it.
taking it. That's,
So, you
that's
know,
gonna be the top. That's gonna be the topic for today, huh?
yeah. So let's
Bronx and
activate,
Brooklyn.
man. Let's get into it. Yeah.
So that's the so the thing where we going at today is we talking about hip hop, and we're gonna go into where it was created from, or the origins of where it come from, and the culture and things of that nature. But you know,
Right.
everybody know that hip hop was created in the Bronx. But
Absolutely.
now you got others that's coming up with other information and other research that said that might not be true. Like hip hop might
Mm.
have started in Brooklyn and Queens first.
Even I'm
So
gonna tell you even better than that. A
what's
lot of
that?
people, and Cool Herc, he's
Hmm.
Jamaican, so they saying hip hop started in Jamaica.
Yeah, you even got him
St.
saying that
Joseph.
it's yes. You got a lot of people saying that Jamaica, and I can feel that because back in the days they had the big systems too in Jamaica, and they was just calling it something different. They was calling it dubbing, the dub plate. You know what I'm saying? They was
Right.
spinning the records, and instead of saying chatting, instead of saying rapping, they was saying chatting. You
Right.
know,
Right.
and
Right. Right.
the DJs used to clash. They call it instead of DJ battles, they called it clashing. You know,
Exactly.
so
And the
I
DJs was the
definitely understand.
rappers, and the selectors was the DJs.
Yeah, exactly. They used to call it the selector because he had selective records and things of that nature.
Right.
So I could
Right.
definitely see it's coming from Kool Herc saying that it come from, Jamaica. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't necessarily he said it, but it was mentioned. And then you got Red Alert. Red Alert Jamaican, right?
Yeah, I think he is. I think he is from the islands. I think he's Jamaican too.
Yeah, Cool Herc.
If I'm right.
So a lot of dudes want to, they want to take it. I had an argument with somebody say it started in Jersey, which it shouldn't even
Mm,
be.
mm.
So I
Well,
don't know. As far as I know, the borough that I'm from, I live
mm,
is the Bronx.
basically,
That's the birth certificate, and I'm going with that.
and and where I'm from Brooklyn, so I only can talk from the perspective of where hip hop started in Brooklyn, and I probably can talk from the perspective where it comes from in Queens, because when you talk about Brooklyn, Queens is connected. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Right.
they call it, the BQE. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brooklyn, Queens. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So believe it or not, Brooklyn and Queens has a connection with each other. You know,
Right.
and when
Most
hip hop
definitely.
and when this hip hop thing was going starting off, Queens and Brooklyn like was simultaneously with it together.
Right. Right. So moving on in to hip hop. Stating the hip hop situation.
Mm.
Um, where should I start the beef? Let's take it back to maybe I don't want to take it back
So
too far because I don't know what crowd is following us. Maybe
yeah.
we should enlighten the crowd.
Well, I mean,
Roxanne, you to
well,
and fro.
we can go back further than that.
Yeah,
We can
right,
talk
right.
about the Cold Crush brothers, the Romantic Five, Cold Crush brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cool Mo D, LL Cool J. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It was a lot of beefs in the '70s. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Where brothers was going at it. Definitely the Cold Crush brothers and the Romantic Five. They definitely
Right.
had many. You can go back to the old mixtapes. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And you can hear them going at each other.
And you know
You know
what's
what
good
I'm
about
saying?
that
So
era? What's good about that era? Everybody lived at the end of the day. I mean, it
yeah, it
might have been
wasn't.
like borough fights and all that. But as far as
Yeah,
the
but
artists, they all lived.
yeah, because it was
Not like
just
now.
about. It was just really about showboating and seeing who had the best lyrics.
Right.
Nobody really, nobody really took it personally like they wanted to shoot somebody or even beat somebody up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Everybody knew it was the sport was about being competitive and coming with your best rhymes and things of that nature. And if you lost, you just went back to that pen and that pad, and the next battle
Andy
or
up.
next time, you just anteed up and
Mm-hmm.
you executed your best rhymes to assassinate a person. You know, if they beat you the first time, you're gonna come back with something new. You know,
Right,
so it
right.
was about being competitive, and it was all about if you got me, I'm gonna come back and get you with better rhymes, better
Verse
rhyme scale. You know,
and
and
a
better
bigger
verses and
vocabulary.
better
Greater
vocabulary.
vocabulary.
Yeah, better style or whatever you know. But
Or
it wasn't about
rappabilities.
yeah, it wasn't about shooting and hurting up nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that
But
was
back then, that's when me and you was talking. I was talking about the disco era. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And so hip hop origin starts from the origin of really disco. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the word disc jockey, when we talk about disc jockey, which was the DJ,
Mm-hmm.
that's where the word disco comes from.
Right.
Aha.
Because back in the 70s during the disco era, it was all about the clubs. You know,
Yep.
dressing up, putting on your hard bottoms, your
Right.
button up, your slacks, wearing your jury, getting your jewelry and all that together,
Absolutely.
and it was all about dancing and partying and
Have a good time.
love and enjoying each other, and the disc jockey was the one that orchestrated and set the narrative for the club. So
Absolutely.
disco really comes from the word dis, which is the symbolizing the record
The
that spent
record.
around. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so it was called the disco or the
Right.
discotheque. You know what I'm saying? But it all started off with the DJ. Before there was the rapper, it was the DJ that set the narrative for the clubs and even the house parties back in the
Right.
days. Even the jams in the parks. It was the DJ that set the narrative for the everything.
Set the tone. So let's rewind. First and foremost, you got your man Sahudi Sikkim. And you got
Fact.
DJ Voltron. We Universal Crown. We like your new podcast and all of that. So like definitely tune in. If you're an artist,
Tune in,
we love to
press the
entertain you.
button,
Like and
let
subscribe.
us know. Yeah, basically.
Definitely like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is a
To
new
tell a friend.
podcast.
But make sure they all press the button to
Like,
and do what you gotta
subscribe.
do to support. Yeah.
Right, right, right. So getting
So I
into
wanna
it,
you know what I wanna do?
talk to him.
Since I was talking about the disco, you know me, I just like to be informative about things. So I
Right.
looked up the word disco. I just want to read what they put what Wikipedia interpretation of the disco was.
Okay.
So it got here Wikipedia. It got disco, a genre of dance music.
Right.
So that's a key word right there, because
Right.
back in the days during the disco era, that's what it was about. The culture was about dancing, and the DJ
Absolutely.
putting those right records on to get the party jumping. You know what I'm saying? And everybody get on that floor and dance. And they'll dance for hours. Cause remember, Voltron, they had those long extended Virgin records back
Right.
in the days. You know what I'm saying? So you be on the floor for a half an hour, and the
Same record.
DJ will be, yeah, to the same record, and he'll just be extending that motherfucker, and you whoever you dancing on the floor with most likely might be a chick or a chick dancing with a dude. That's
Right.
when dudes and chicks came to the club to dance. You know what I'm saying?
There's many times I left the record going
You know
because
what
they
I'm
had
saying? And
nowadays, um, not for nothing, these drill rappers, people's attention span is short.
mm,
These
it's
drill
short.
rapper songs is like a minute, 2 minutes. That's
Yeah.
it.
And you
You
know
know.
what? They changing the whole structure of where you write music or the way you write your rhymes. Before it used to be a verse, then a chorus, then
Right.
another verse. Now they just doing one chorus and they repeating the same verse over again.
Over and over again. Yeah.
And it's short, some short shit.
Short.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Remember you had 16 bars, 8 bars,
Right.
12 bars, so 24 bars. Now they doing one verse and they keep on repeating the chorus and that's the whole song. And you like, what the hell is this? This shit is an
Absolutely.
unstructured form song.
Right.
But
Right.
back then in the disco era, you had full extended songs where to get the crowd jumping and you'll be on that floor dancing for like a half an hour or an hour.
Right.
Motherfuckers, yo,
Sweating.
niggas, like you said, niggas would be sweating, dripping with sweat, clothes wet. You know what I'm saying? You had all at the disco, you had the slow grinding shit. Niggas got on they
Right.
slow grinding, hug up with a chick, they slow grinding on the chick, all that. You know what I'm saying? But you'll be doing that for at least from a half an hour to an hour off one song. So the key word right here for the word disco, when they say disco was a genre of dance music that's real. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Wait
Absolutely.
up, let me plug in.
Copy that. So,
Cause this
ladies and
get deep.
gentlemen,
This gonna get deep because as I go along, we gonna build off this all the way to the hip hop era. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stop at certain words that we can build on to let people know how the culture really how it used to be, and so they can
understand.
understand. So when it says disco is a genre of dance music, that's real because that was the culture. The DJ spinning them records and y'all getting out there dancing with your fly clothes on. You might have your slacks on, your
Right.
button up. You had your line up, your afro, whatever. Your beard lined it up. You had the hard bottoms on, whatever was the style back then.
Right. Right.
And niggas and your jewelry, and
Bell
niggas was
bottoms.
fly. Yeah, and niggas was fly, and niggas was up in there getting down. Niggas was drinking, smoking, whatever was the thing popping. It ain't nothing changed from what they do today in the club. That was the
Right.
same thing that was going on in the club back then.
Absolutely.
But it was
Absolutely.
it was done with a little bit more respect, a little bit more love and peace. You know what I'm saying? Even if the gangsters came and they did have the gun on them, nobody will pull it out and shoot the club up. You know
Nah.
what I'm saying? Niggas will keep
Soundwave
niggas didn't do
reloading.
shit like that. They kept their shit on them. If
On them
nobody didn't
accordingly.
disrespect them, it wasn't nothing serious. You know what I'm saying?
Like some
Sometimes,
guys, like the Happy
yeah,
Land
some
Five,
guys,
they'll get
yeah,
jealous.
yeah,
Like the Happy
yeah,
Land Fire in the Bronx. Remember when they
yeah.
burned the whole club down?
The whole
The Eagle
club down,
Club?
Happy Land. Yeah,
Yeah, they
Happy
killed
Land. I
they
remember
killed
that.
a lot of people.
Yep.
You know,
He killed a lot of people.
Oh
But
my
that
a lot
was
of
God.
people.
what that was like what year? That was more like 90s though, right? Or
I want to say
80s.
yeah, early 80s, 90s.
See, that's when
Yeah,
shit started
90s.
getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, niggas had a 38, 22, or a 32. Niggas to pull it out. Niggas respect it. You didn't have to really shoot nobody. All nigga had to do was show it. And the nigga be like, you got it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
But now niggas want to test the shooter
Right.
to make shit crazy. Somebody get hurt.
But moving before
So,
that era, moving forward,
mm,
um, it was crazy because when you went to the train stations, I want to say like the 85,
yeah.
the little 84, 85,
Mm,
you see these gangs
mm,
and they look like they get ready to fight.
yeah.
And you think they get ready to fight, you like everybody's running around. The white people
Mm,
like, oh, they running old shit.
yeah.
All they doing is this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
B-boy standing.
Yeah, and they're not in a
And they
gang.
B-boy stand.
And they just be dancing out. And
Yeah,
then
dance it
when the
out.
people seen that they wasn't getting hurt and they see the
Mm-hmm.
talent, they still
Yeah.
was standing around seeing that. And that helped a
Yeah,
lot.
exactly.
Helped a lot of violence in that era in New
Yeah,
York.
because
So
people
this
because
dance
people had a better way. People had a better way to articulate their aggression.
right,
Because remember, we in the 70s, that's when the Bronx and Brooklyn looked like a bomb shelter. Like niggas just let off bombs
right,
and burnt down houses, vacant lots, graffiti all on the wall,
Climbing over
rats,
buildings to get to
roaches.
work.
Yeah, man. So it was a
School.
real tough. Yeah, it was a real tough time back then. And I even think back then it was like a bankrupt. Like the Bronx was like bankrupt.
Right.
So they
What?
really didn't even have the money to build the city up. So we was living like in a decimated, bombed out areas.
Don't forget about the Brooklyn
Wow.
Swamp.
Yeah, all
You
that.
know, the
You know
factories
what
and
I'm
all that.
saying? So it definitely was an era when motherfuckers didn't have a lot of money. Oppression was real, welfare, free cheese, food
Right.
stamps, you know what I'm saying, free cheese lines, all that shit was
Powdered
real.
milk. I remember.
Yeah, powdered milk, and that, the youth found the way to articulate that anger from living in the hood. It wasn't all about just shooting and killing up each other. We knew how to dance and articulate it through that.
Right.
Yes.
You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? But here goes something that's deep. Here goes something that's deep that they said. They said disco is a genre of dance music and a subculture that emerged in the 1970s.
Right.
So disco was a subculture. So that means that hip hop was a subculture that came out of another subculture.
Right.
If you understand what I'm talking about, like,
Yeah. It
so
makes
that's
sense.
kind of deep.
Yeah, make you
You
gotta make it.
know,
It makes sense.
you know what I'm saying? So when you talk about subculture, a subculture is something that branched off from another culture, you know, and
Absolutely.
and basically that subculture was a way that the oppressed people articulated themselves with
Right.
dance, the way they dress, the way they talk, um, different ideologies and beliefs, which was the streets. The streets was that ideology that was what everybody believed. But the difference was we had a black power conscious movement
Right.
going on
Absolutely.
back then. You
Absolutely.
understand?
Five
That
percent.
gave black, yeah, 5% Nation of Islam,
Right.
Zulu Nation. You know what I'm saying? These organizations gave the black man and black woman a pride and culture, self awareness of themselves,
Right.
and that
That
was
Wow.
that
all
music.
part of the culture.
That music's on a different frequency too.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it had that good feeling.
That good feeling because it
Yeah.
was about love, peace, happiness, and getting along. You had a lot of positive songs that was talking about coming together and love and stop the violence and things of
Marvin
that
Gaye.
nature, man.
What's
Yeah,
going on?
Marvin Gaye, what's going on? Um, what was the other guy? What's my man? Dag, Curtis Mayfield, one
Curtis
of my
Mayfield.
favorite, yeah, one of my favorite artists back then. That's
James
that was
Brown.
that James Brown. Shit. Parliament Funkadelic. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? These was this music that was coming out. It was about partying and having fun and feeling good. But you did have those positive songs that made you feel good about yourself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Gave you some awareness, and that was helped by these organizations, like you said, 5%ers,
Right.
Nation of Islam, Zulu Nation.
And
You
then
know,
fast forward moving, then we
mm,
got the native tongue.
Native
Tribe
Tongue,
Called Quest,
Tribe
Jungle
Called
Brothers.
Quest, Jungle Brothers,
Right.
Moni Love, Queen
Brand Nubians.
Latifah, Brand Nubians.
Right. Right.
All that whole Native Tongue thing was like a movement of peace, love, happiness, bringing that back to the forefront.
So
You know what I'm
powerful.
saying?
So
Yeah.
powerful. Good music. Good
So
music. You wasn't afraid to dance. You know
you
what I'm saying?
know,
A lot of young dudes like, yo, what you Farrakhan or something? You know what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah,
He's like bang bang now. But back
yeah,
then,
yeah,
it was cool to
yeah,
be like the 5%. It was
yeah.
the
It was
righteous
cool to be
teachers.
smart. It was
KRS
cool to be
One,
smart.
Wadi and
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, it was cool to be
Teaching and all
smart.
that. Speaking
Yeah.
a very big vocabulary.
Yeah.
Speaking articulate
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Big
And the
words.
songs, yeah, and the songs had substance. They had meaning, and they inspired you to do great things and good things. You
Right, right,
understand?
right.
So
Right. I
we
remember
get to this
Tila Rock.
whole Tila Rock.
Yeah, the
It's
big
yours.
words.
Boom, boom. Yeah,
He put
yeah,
it together.
yeah, yeah. Tila
Conversation,
Rock part
illustrating.
demonstrating. Yeah,
The man ain't
definitely.
had nothing, but he was just using the big words. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was he. What wasn't he one of the first ones off Def Jam?
Right,
Tila Rock
right,
wasn't the first ones off. It's yours was one of the first joints that Russell Simmons, put out. You know what I'm saying? But like you
right, right,
said, the vocabulary that he was using was on a higher level. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And the song was inspiring. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about elevating yourself,
right.
and doing better for yourself and things of that nature. So when you heard it's yours, boom, boom, it made you feel like, yeah, this is mine. I can do great things. You know what I'm saying? I can do great things with my life.
Absolutely.
That song made you feel like that. I know when I heard it, that's the way I felt. And the beat was crazy. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's Rick Rubin produced that beat. So,
Oh, okay.
that
I thought it
was
was. No, that was Mantronics.
probably was Mantronics.
It was
But if it
Mantronics.
wasn't them, all right, if Mantronics
Where's
was like
Mantronics?
they
He
was
came
like
with
Dr. Dre.
CJ. Right.
Yeah, they was like Dr. Dre back then.
Yeah, he
They
was
beats was
amazing.
crazy.
Way
Yeah,
way way ahead of his time. Now
yeah,
what really like I'm kind of biased against other states. I shouldn't be like that, but I
yeah.
grew up in the era of hip
What?
hop and the excitement of if you listen to Hot 90, I'm sorry, Hot 97 wasn't even around. It was
Uh
BLS,
huh.
you know what I'm saying, then and
BLS
Kiss. So
and
if you listen
Kiss.
to them stations, right? Or you listen to the Spanish, what's the Spanish kid's name? I forgot their name.
Uh,
Bobito
Bobito,
Stretch. Yeah, Stretch
Bobito
Armstrong.
Stretch Show, which was
So
bringing all the underground hip hop, like
right,
all the underground hip hop or all the people that was just starting. They came through. Papito and Stretch gave them they start so the world can hear them, and then later on they became big household names.
right.
So
So I would say
gotta you gotta big them up.
the reason I was
Yeah.
biased because like I feel as though, and I don't know how to explain it, but
Hmm.
growing up in that era, the '90s, and hearing the changes of hip hop, you would hear
Yeah.
somebody like a Das Effects, and they had a
Hmm.
different style, and it seemed like
Yeah.
each week or each month there was another artist to come out with a different style.
With a
That
different style.
spellbound. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You had
Fact.
the That's why I like Papoose so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rapping with
Yeah.
the alphabet and rapping
And
backwards. You had
remember the Fooshnickens. A dippity ippity gappity bitty bitty. You know what I'm saying? He was
one of the
doing the
first
fast,
fast
yeah,
rappers
fast
before
rapping
tongue
shit.
twister.
You know what I'm saying?
Before tongue
Yeah,
twister,
yeah.
right?
Before Tongue Twister, yeah. The Fooshnickens. What was his name? Chip Fu.
Chip
Chip
Fool,
Fu
yeah.
from the Fooshnickens. He was doing the hippity gippity. But you know what's crazy on that note? He was Jamaican.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And he was
Yeah.
he was mixing that Jamaican culture with the chanting, with the hip hop, and he was just speeded the speed tongue thing,
Crazy.
which was a perfect combination that he used for his style and made him stand out of everybody during that time.
Right.
So
And
the
then your man from
Fushnik is
Brooklyn.
definitely.
Your man from Brooklyn, he came out with that milk is chilling. Yo, that was
Oh, come on.
crazy.
Well, that
That
was
was
that
crazy.
was the
That rap
Brook.
style?
Yeah, yeah, that was the Brooklyn anthem. Yeah, Brooklyn had a couple of anthems that definitely when Top Billin came out, that was just Brooklyn. We felt like that made us stand out to the world because
Right.
they was from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And they even shouted Brooklyn out where they was from.
Right.
And so that beat made everybody, not just Brooklyn, but all the five boroughs. When you heard that, boom, 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 boom. That made the party start jumping when you heard that joint right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Yeah,
The braggadocious hip hop artists unite. And then
yeah.
you need Spanish. Special Ed.
Mm.
I got it made.
Special ed. I got it made.
The
Yeah,
Guru.
definitely
The
special.
Guru
Yeah, good.
and Premier.
Yup. Premier,
Trigger the Gambler,
Trickler the Gambler, Smooth the
the
Hustler.
Hustler.
You know what I'm saying? You
What's
had
some of
man,
the other ones? So many
Big
Brooklyn
Daddy
ones.
Kane. You can't forget Big Daddy Kane, '88. Big
Not at
Daddy
all.
Kane. You know what I'm saying?
But these dudes, they came
Definitely.
out with different artists came out with a crazy style.
Yeah,
Like you
different
just couldn't
style.
wait to hear with how they like when you heard the record, like you wanted to hear
Yeah.
more. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Another group. Another group. Das Effect
Yeah, I
came
mentioned
out with
that.
with that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mentioned that
you know what I'm
earlier.
saying. Das
Yeah,
Effect.
East
Um.
Coast. That was a crazy
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah. So it
Red
was
Man came
different
out
stuff.
from Jersey.
Yeah, Red Man Jersey. You know
That
what I'm
style he
saying?
had. uh,
Yeah.
let's move it
Well,
back. You
look
were
at
talking about Ultramagnetic earlier.
Ultra. Oh, come on. I
Cool
told you they my
Keith.
favorite group. Yeah, Cool
Yeah,
Keith, said
underrated.
G.
Underrated.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Shout out to Set
scientific
G
rap.
too.
Yeah. Shout out to said G and
Cool
Cool
Keith.
Keith.
Yeah, both of
Yeah.
them.
Like man, great. A great one of the
Great
most
dude.
groups that. Yeah, great group, man. Like should be talked about more in hip hop. Ultramagnetic. The stamp that they left on hip hop should be talked about more. Like a lot of people don't talk about them. You know what I'm
So
saying? But
so
they was one of my favorite.
here's my thing about being biased. Like down south rappers got spitters. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got rappers that that rap, right?
yeah,
But where's the style at? It seems like everybody's doing the same thing, sounding the
yeah,
same. I never
yeah.
hear no style from like I don't know, maybe Lil Wayne. I don't know.
Nah, but come on, let's keep it 100. 6 9 Mafia. They had their little style. Who
I
else?
don't know. It's just
Twister had his style.
Twisted from
We can even
Chicago though.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right, yeah. We can even say Snoop, cause Snoop brought a certain style, that slow flow shit. Snoop had so
I was
Snoop's
always
style
West
was
Coast. Not to cut you off. I was always West
West
Coast,
Coast.
an East
Mm,
Coast dude. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that's the only reason I like. Very
yeah.
few South rappers I liked. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but you know what down south? You know what down south really had? They didn't really have lyricists, but they brung the music, the different types of music that we affiliate with hip hop, like funk music, trap music, all these other different. You had dope producers that came from out the south
I'm gonna give you
that
from the
changes
South.
things up.
They did make songs that
Yeah,
I could give to them.
no doubt. Yeah,
I'm talking about as far as originality. I can't say originality, but style. You know what I mean? Style
nah,
and lyricist, witty
yeah,
wordplay. That's what I
yeah,
grew up on.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if
Nah,
people want to hear a story, then I
yeah.
understand it. I understand hip hop a little more with this new breed of hip hop.
Yeah, but
I'm
come on,
learning
down
Lil
some.
Wayne.
But we got to give it up to come on, Dre, Outkast. I mean, Outkast, they was dope. You know what I'm saying?
They made songs.
They had their little style. Um, I don't know. To me, it was a lot of dudes from the South that came out that I liked, but the producers were the ones that really made me fuck with the South because the producers was coming out with that South music and like we said, the crunk, the trap, and all that other stuff. And that was really changing the genre of what hip hop was. And some of that shit was dope.
Right.
Little John, what's my man that passed away? That a lot of niggas need to talk about a lot. I forgot his name. DJ Screw. Um, who else was from the South that was dope? Jazzy Faye had Jazzy Faye. Um, man, you had so many people that's from the South that was dope producers. I know I'm missing a lot of them, but shout out to them. When it came to lyrics, like you said, probably all of them sound the same, but the music that they put out was like really influenced hip hop.
Right.
That's what I can give to the South. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say influence because I was one of the guys who was never moved from them.
Oh, all right.
I never really liked the I never really liked the Ti with the Rubber Band Man.
Oh, I
You know
liked it.
that was
I
kind of
liked it. I liked the
like
Ti when he came out.
corny to me, like Rubber Band Man. They
Yeah,
like running
when he
around.
first came out, I'm gonna keep it 100. When he first came out, I didn't like him. It was after when he made that "You Don't Know Me." That's when I started becoming a Ti fan, and I'm like, all right, dude, starting to pick up his rap style, but his image was New York. The way he dressed and all that, I'm like, yo, his swag is like a New York dude or a
Yeah,
city
but
dude,
people talk bad about New York though.
yeah,
That's
I
what it
get it
is.
because a lot of people threw shots at the South, so he had to protect where he came from. But at the end of the day, your swag was New York all day. You know what I'm saying? So
Aha.
he can talk bad about us, but we gave him his image of how he looked, and he wanted the world to look at him. You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
everybody got to defend where they come from. I get that. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So that's the only
right.
thing what he was doing.
Absolutely,
You know, but
absolutely, man. But this world of hip hop, man, this is like the culture, man. You know,
yo, but check this out. Here goes something else they got here. They're talking
talk to me.
about the different elements that make up hip hop. So it says, aside from disco, hip hop is mixed with funk, soul, R&B, smooth jazz, jazz fusion, rock music, and punk rock music.
Right,
These are the elements of what hip hop emerged out of.
right.
So hip hop merged out of a gumbo of all different type of stuff, and you can hear it in the music. Because
Yeah,
remember
absolutely.
the sampling era when everybody started sampling the MPCs and all that other stuff. You was hearing a little bit of jazz, Tribe Called Quest, jazz, Eric B and Rakim, Don't Sweat the Technique was
Right.
using jazz. You know, you even heard funk, the James Brown, Parliament, Dr. Dre. He used all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
So you know, hip hop come from a gumbo of different other stuff, especially disco, because we can go back to Melly Mel, Furious Five, the Cold Crush Brothers. They were all rhyming off of disco music, you know,
That's a
before
fact.
people really before started sampling and chopping up beats. Everybody was still on the disco era, rhyming off those disco beats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
So,
hip hop
so
come from a lot.
you get a chance, check out to see who started the samples in hip hop.
Bet I'm gonna
It's
look that
probably
up.
Melly Moore, right?
I wouldn't say that, but he was one of the first one. He was. I know he was one of the ones that was doing it hard body, but I'm gonna look that up. Let me look that up because that's a
No,
good.
said G. Said G was doing ultramagnetic.
Yeah, but remember you were saying that Kool Keith and them was they was producing for KRS One,
Right,
so
said
they
G.
part KRS One had a lot of samples too.
Right, right.
I'm gonna look that up though right now.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So with that said, man, I don't know. This the down south movement.
Hmm.
They had it for a minute, and trust and believe, I kind of was like, I didn't enjoy it. I
You
didn't
really
enjoy it.
wasn't a you really wasn't a down south fan.
Right, right. And it's crazy. People say you're a hater, but why
Yeah,
can't why have to like what you like? You understand what I'm saying?
yeah. Nah,
Like if you like a chopped
everybody got
cheese,
what
I don't
moved
like
them.
it. I'm from New York. You from New York. You like a chopped cheese, I don't like it, but I have to like it because you like it.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
you
you.
know that's what society's all about.
Nah, definitely,
What?
You know,
definitely that.
I
You.
just couldn't. Me personally just couldn't get into it. I thought it was hate.
Oh, all right.
I congratulate all rappers that keep the culture alive. If I don't like your music, that's my
Uh
choice.
huh. Now everybody got their own choice of what they like.
But I do appreciate that they keep it alive. You know, or
They said they said the first one to sample for hip hop music was DJ Kool Herc, and he had the technique called the merry-go-round, the merry-go-round
mm,
technique. The way he spent the records and went to I guess the way they was extending the record, where they was switching over to the next record. They
Right.
called that the merry-go-round style. So I guess that was a part of sampling because you was extending the beat. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I guess he was like the first one, and then Grandmaster Flash advanced that merry-go-round technique. I heard,
Mm.
you know, but
Right.
then later on, I guess Marley Marl, you know what I'm saying, started really with the sampling hip hop music because it says right here, it says the producer largely credit with introducing samples into hip hop was DJ Marley Marl. He started off by just taking drums, one shot hit off break beats
Right.
and beats break beats like and preach the president by the honey drippers and reprogramming them, but he soon branched out into sampling stabs and short sample sections. So
Right.
remember that I know you a DJ. You remember Impeach the President by the Honey Drippers. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that was one of the biggest records back in the days to learn how to DJ off and or cut
Yeah.
up. Yeah, Impeach the President.
Yup.
So they say right here that Marley Marl would be credited for chopping up beats and sampling, but Kool Herc, he was like the original of sampling and stretching the beat with the
Mm.
merry-go-round sound.
Right.
You know,
You just
so
bring my memory back. I do
yo,
remember.
and then I guess later on, who you had? Pete Rock, CL Smooth. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you go to DJ Premier. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I got one for you. Remember the Beat Nuts?
Yes.
They was doing samplers and beats too back
Absolutely.
then. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Facts.
it was a lot of people that was sampling and chopping up beats, and was doing the damn thing and influencing hip hop.
Okay.
So
Okay. Let me change the subject a little bit. Right.
uh huh.
Um. There's an argument about who was the first lady of hip hop.
Ah,
So some people say Mercedes girl, but Sha Rock, if I'm saying it
Shy
correctly,
Rock.
yeah,
Yeah,
most likely I would say would be her. But then
Oh,
yeah.
they don't want to give it to the white girl,
The white girl. What was her name?
Mercedes lady. I think if I'm saying it
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
She was what song? What song
even
she was with?
Tina Marie was rapping.
Tina Marie was rapping. Remember the white girl that you talking about? Who was her? Blondie. Blondie was rapping.
Blondie was that. That was
yes.
Blondie. Yeah.
She was the first one to She dropped Grandmaster Flash in one of her songs. She shouted him out. You know. So
Wow.
which
I know a couple
which
of them.
no remember which McCollum just came out? Angie Stone. She was down with Sequence.
I was about to
That was
say
back in the
Vanessa
70s.
Sequence.
Yeah.
They was telling me
So
that they were the first ladies
yeah,
of hip
started
hop.
rapping because remember they had that joint. We gonna funk you right on up. We gonna funk you right on up.
Yeah.
Get up, get up, get up. So that was Angie Stone back then, and then
Hmm.
she flipped to R&B and started singing and had hits even in her R&B shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Who's the hottest female rapper back in the? I
Oh,
would say the '90s.
in the '90s.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say early '80s, '90s.
Oh man, you got to go to female rappers in the
My
'90s.
daughter,
You
she
got to
was
go
a.
to you got to go to Foxy Brown and Little
Oh, no,
Kim.
I'm gonna say early '80s. That's maybe
Early '80s.
I'm gonna
Who was
say
dope in the early '80s? Female
maybe I'm gonna say
rapper.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
Yeah, in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh man, but you Roxanne Shante. She wasn't from Brooklyn, but remember the real. You had Roxanne Shante, and then you had the real Roxanne.
The real
She
Roxanne.
was from Brooklyn, but you know who was my favorite? I don't know if you remember her. Sparky D.
Sparky D. I know
She
her
was in
son.
the 80s. Yeah,
I know her son. Yeah.
back in the 80s, next to Roxanne Shante, I think she was like the dopest female rapper because she was hard. She was like some
You
hard
know who I
battle
think?
rap type shit.
I think he's a little bit further. I'm gonna say like
hmm
the early '90s, '89.
Early 90s.
I'm gonna say MC Light is the best for me.
MC Light, definitely. MC Light, definitely.
Over
But
over.
remember the chick, damn, what was her name? Damn, Angie. Her name was Angie something. Um, damn, her name ain't coming to me. But she was kind of dope too in the 80s, right along with MC Light, Queen Latifah. Um, damn, I forgot her name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It ain't coming to. It'll come to me later. But you might be right. Queen Latifah. I mean, MC Light was
MC
the one
Light.
that stood out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Her and
Antoinette tried to
Latifah.
get with her. Antoinette was like,
That's what That's what I was about to say. Antoinette.
yeah, tried to get with MC Light, and
Yeah.
then MC Light hit her with the hot damn hoe. It was
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. But remember, Light came out with that I crammed to understand you. That shit was dope.
Yeah.
She influenced hip hop big with that joint right there.
That hot damn hoe.
Yeah, hot
Boy,
damn ho, here we go again. That ended everything.
incredible.
Yeah, MC
Incredible.
Light. Definitely MC Light.
Who's
Then
the who's the best rapper? Who's your favorite artist of all time? I'd say
of
MC. Yeah.
yo, you know what I'm gonna say the best rapper all time for me? Because they still around and they still got they shit is Big Daddy Kane.
Mm.
Because Big Daddy Kane was the shit in the 80s and he even can still get with niggas now in the 90s and just recently did some shit with what's my man from the dude that got the twisted mouth
Conway.
Conway and Busta Rhymes.
Right. Right.
You know, Big Daddy Kane got on there
I
with
heard that
them,
record.
yeah, and handled his own. You know what I'm saying? So if you say best rapper of all time, I have to say Big Daddy Kane because he did it from the 80s and he's still doing it now and he still got his shit being one of the best. He still got his skills.
You think he's underrated?
Um, I don't think Big Daddy Kane is underrated. I think a lot of people respect his mic. I think a lot of people, if you talk to a lot of people, they're gonna bring up Big Daddy Kane. I don't think that he's underrated, but I definitely want to talk about the best rapper of all time. He'll have to come up in my mind because he's still doing it. And when you hear him, it's still like, damn, this nigga, he updated himself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
I think
all
because
right,
you from your borough,
yeah,
you
and he a
definitely.
Brooklyn head. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised you say Rakim.
Now, if I have to go outside my borough, I would say Rakim, but let me explain something to you. When you say the best of all time, that means that that person has to still be activated
Still relevant,
right
right?
now, relevant now.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna say Big Daddy Kane because he got some new stuff out now with certain artists, and when you hear him, he updated himself, and he's still nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Rakim is nice. Will always be one of the best. But Rakim ain't got nothing out now, and he's not really relevant. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna tell you my favorite,
Who's
and I
that?
think you already know that.
Who?
It's always been KRS-One
KRS One.
because he's still relevant
Still
and
relevant.
he tells stories.
Yep.
He's a battle rapper,
Battle rapper.
freestyle artist.
Freestyle artist.
Right. He's intelligent. He's intelligent.
Basically.
He got records. He
Yeah.
got a lot of hit records too.
And he would be one of the best of all time
Right.
because of that. You know what I'm saying? He's still popping. He's still relevant now. and he can still and his style is has changed. He don't rap like the way he used to in back in the days. He reinvented himself, and it's still like, yo, all right, Chris still can go it. He still can
Right,
go at it. So when to me, when you say the best of all time, it's like I'm gonna ask you, is he still relevant or she still relevant now?
right, right,
You
right.
know, and if not, then we can't call him of all time because when we talking about time, all time, you have to talk about relevant time too. So
Oh,
that means that rap will
so
have to be relevant.
I have two artists that I like, and I
What's
want
the
to say
what's the other one?
LL Cool J still relevant. He's a battle rapper, a
Hmm.
songwriter. So
Yeah,
KRS One and LL kind of like
that's it too.
same to me.
Yeah, my
You know.
two would be Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. If we
Okay.
say all time, Big Daddy
You
Kane
remember?
and Rakim.
You remember he dissed diss Rakim?
I remember, yeah, I remember when Big Daddy Kane dissed Rakim. Everybody thought that battle was going to happen,
Yeah, yeah.
but the battle never really happened. But that would have been if it would have happened back in the '80s. I don't know who would have won from that beef. You
Right.
know, I heard they made a Big Daddy Kane. Remember he had the song "Break the Rap in Half." I think was
Right.
that Rakim. I
Right.
thought that was a shot at Big Daddy Kane because remember Big
Right.
Daddy Kane had the rap for Kane. So I thought they was throwing shots at each other, but they never really went head to head. Like we gonna go face to face on the mic at each other.
Right. Right. So yo, if this is Universal Crown, and state who's your favorite rapper? On the bottom. Just leave a comment, but
Hmm.
remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment,
Definitely.
and let us know who's your favorite artist, female, male rapper.
But
We definitely gonna get into it.
DJ, DJ, producer, it's
DJ,
all hip hop.
producer, right?
For the old heads, your favorite break dancer, graffiti writer, we got to go through all that because
Yeah.
all those things are the things that make up hip hop.
Y'all want to debate? Pull up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If you're a
definitely we can
Brooklyn
have a part.
downside fan, I
We
love
can
to
have a
talk.
part two.
Yeah, part two. Bronx
Yeah,
keeps
because I
creating
know
it. Brooklyn keeps on taking it.
taking it. Yeah. So what you
Yeah.
think when you heard that? When you heard that saying, Bronx keep creating it, Brooklyn keep on taking it. How you took that lyric right there? How it made you feel? Because you from the Bronx, so
Oh,
you
I
know.
felt I was superior. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt superior because Bronx keeps creating it, right? And
Uh-huh.
it was kind of diss to Brooklyn too.
Yeah, yeah, no
Because he
doubt.
said, because y'all keep taking it from us.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But however
yeah,
you want to look at it, maybe he
yeah,
was just taking it and
yeah,
making it better. I don't know.
yeah.
But he
I
really
care.
disrespected Queens.
Yeah,
The whole
yeah.
Queens. And he changed
But
it,
he
but
was.
then as time went along, my favorite rappers in that '90s era is from
Mm,
Queens, and that would be
yeah,
Mobb Deep. You know what I'm
Mob
saying?
Deep,
But
Mob Deep.
everybody from Queens had to fuck with him. That
Yeah.
line,
But
they had to
check it
fuck with him.
out. Remember when the beef was with Boogie Down Production and MC Shan, which represented the Juice Crew. Remember, Big Daddy Kane was part of the Juice Crew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Marley Marl was trying to get Big Daddy Kane to be the secret weapon to crush Boogie Down Production. I heard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
But
they were
Big Daddy
friends.
Kane, yeah, they was friends.
You
So
think
he was
Caris
like,
One moved,
nah.
or Big
Yeah, I
Daddy
heard
helped
they
Big
was
Daddy
close
Kane,
friends.
or he helped Big Daddy Kane move?
Yeah, so that would have been dope if Big Daddy Kane would have got into that
Yeah, that was
because
really like a
that
Shannon.
would have took the beef to the next level.
That was really like a Shannon Caris One thing because nobody
Yeah,
Biz Markie, nobody got involved in that beef.
yeah, yeah,
As
yeah. That
dope
was
as
something personal.
and another rapper that's dope. As dope as Cool G Rap was, he never got involved with that. You know, as dope
Nah,
as he was.
definitely.
But like I said, we're gonna tie it
Yeah,
up.
nah, definitely. But
Definitely
that
gonna tie
was
it
let
up.
me before we tie it up though. That was remember that was really a Marley Marl and what's the Mr. Magic and DJ Red Alert beef too because DJ Red Alert represented Boogie Down Production and Marley Marl and Mr. Magic represented the Juice Crew,
Right.
which MC Shan was a part of.
But
So that
Mr.
was a
Magic,
big beef going on.
yeah, but that was Mr. Magic song. He's like, get that record
Yeah,
out of here. I ain't playing that. You know.
yeah.
And then
But
once you know,
he was a great mark. I heard that was a market strategy because they was trying to get rid of hip hop. So Mr. Magic told Marley Marl, if we can start a beef with DJ Red Alert and get that going, then they won't wipe away hip hop because I heard the white elite on top, they was trying to get rid of hip hop early
I heard the
because they
same
thought
thing.
it was a fad.
Right.
So to create that beef made them keep hip hop around and last as long as it lasts. It's still going on.
I just appreciate that. You know, even if you're a whack rapper, at least keep the hip hop alive. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I ain't gotta
yeah,
like
that
you.
beef.
Somebody
Yeah,
like you. But
yeah,
that beef then, and everybody
that.
lived at the end of
Yep,
the day.
everybody lived.
Yeah.
Nobody got shot. Nobody got stabbed. Nobody didn't
Yeah,
even get beat up.
it wasn't problems in Central Park. It
Yeah,
basically met up, but
yeah.
it wasn't crazy.
Well, let me say my part when I heard Brooklyn Bronx keep creating it and Brooklyn keep on taking it. From our perspective, from Brooklyn, since we were stick up kids and snatching pocket experts, that was our thing in the 80s, going way back to the 70s.
Right.
So it made us feel good. We never looked at it as we was taking the style. We was looking at it like, oh, my other boroughs recognize us how we get down in the streets, how we get our money.
Right.
Either we gonna snatch the pocket or we gonna wave the gun in your face. So to us, that's what that was about when we heard Brooklyn keep on taking it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh,
Right.
niggas respect us because of our stick up and robbery game. You know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
to be a Brooklyn dude, and when I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, niggas recognize how we get down, and motherfuckers respect it.
Right.
So
Right.
when I heard that part, I didn't really look at it as a diss. We took the whole thing and flipped it like, oh, y'all know how we get down because we do be taking it.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
And we'll go to any borough from the Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, and we'll take it. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
that's the way I looked at it.
Right. And that's how
You
we
know?
looked at y'all. Like, oh, he's a Brooklyn nigga. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah,
Tell
yeah,
you,
yeah,
every time I'm
yeah,
a Brooklyn in the house, oh, it's time to go before it get too
yeah.
late.
Tuck your
You know what I'm
jury.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely tuck that
So
jewelry. But
yeah,
we're
cause
gonna end this. We're gonna end this. It's gonna be a part two. You know, if
fact.
you want to debate, chit chat or whatever, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, like and subscribe.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely do that, man. Press the like button and subscribe. Give us
Right.
that support.
Yeah. Salute to all. You know what I'm
Salute to
saying?
all.
And then again, we off this.
All
We'll
right,
go ahead and
peace.
intro. It's gonna get better. Music so good. Check us out.
That's right. Salute.
We off this.
Peace.